From author Brian K. Morris comes a classic hero in a high-flying, fast-paced, and action-packed steampunk adventure. The original Skyman battles the Master of Steam with an introduction by comics icon and historian Roy Thomas. A Rising Tide, an Ace Comics publication. Available now in print or digital format on Amazon.com.
Seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
And good morning, everyone. How the heck are you? Welcome to the Friday, May 7th, 2021 edition of Nevermind the Furthermore with me, Brian K. Morris. And I hope you're having a great week so far. Hope your weekend's going well. And if you're watching us fresh, we love you. If you're watching us on the rerun, we love you too. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe wherever you see this, especially on YouTube, because we're nearing 500 subscribers, and I'm really excited by that. So please, please, please tell your friends about us. We'd appreciate that. And also, please tell them about the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Only had one cup of coffee so far. Working on the second. Anyway, Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We are an affiliation of like-minded broadcasters who are committed to bring you quality content and fun and all kinds of cool information. Now, after this show later tonight, pardon me, you could go drinking with the Davies at 6 p.m. It's going to be a lot of fun as Chrissy and Ted Davies teach you how to mix drinks that maybe your parents enjoyed and you've forgotten about. Anyway, it's a great, great show. A lot of fun to be had. Following that is Michaela Jade's Tidbits and Scribbles, where she tells you how to up your game in the publishing world, because she's on a fast track and she wants you to get there with her. Also at 8 p.m. tonight, the one, the only Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He will teach you how to kill people safely with a simple sword on the Historical Fencing Guild. Even if you're not into combat, it's a fun show to watch. He is hilarious. He is high energy, high information. You will love it. And then tomorrow night at 11 p.m. will be Stupid O'Clock, the late night edition, After Hours with Joe Dog McKeel, the Skunk Rocker, and all the crazy crew that get on there. That'll be at 11 p.m. All times are Eastern, by the way. And then at 10 p.m. on Sunday night will be the one, the only Heather Ellen with Comics, Chaos, and Sass. And she brings all of them. You'll love them. So please tune in to please subscribe to the Rising Tide Broadcast Network page on Facebook and follow our shows. You're sure to find something you like. And these people have found something to like, and it's me. And it's all through Patreon. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can directly support your favorite creators, of which I hope I am one. And many of these people also have their own Patreon pages as well, so please check them out. But anyway, Patreon allows you with a small monthly subscription to directly support your favorite creators. But it's not like you're just handing us money. No, you get stuff for it. Like these wonderful people at just the $1 level gets you a mention in all of our publications and the opportunity to look at our exclusive blog. Every blog deserves a name. And for $5 a month, you can also look at works in progress, such as The Terrors, coming out soon with a wonderful cover by Jeffrey Hayes. So please check us out at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris for more details. And let's see, what else have we got going here? Speaking of that, Plasma Fire Graphics, we want to thank them for sponsoring this show on an ongoing basis. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you, because it turns your casual glance into a sale. He's got some beautiful work coming up in the future for me, for Prose Press, for Stormgate Press, for a whole lot of great people. Find out why by going to plasmafiregraphics.com. Remember, Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. Speaking of Stormgate Press, they've got a brand new let's see, did it load? Yes, it did. And I'm going to get rid of the old one here. Yes, we want to delete that video. We've got a brand new one it's just been released. If you enjoyed, and many of you did, because you gave us an award with the Pulp Factory, Pulp Reality #1. Did you like Pulp Reality #1? Well, guess what you're going to enjoy next.
Stormgate Press presents Pulp Reality 2. 10 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Packed with pirates, private eyes, aliens, automatons, villains, and vigilantes. High adventure, wondrous fantasy, mysterious horror, and startling science fiction await. Pick up a copy and be transported to astonishing places and travel to amazing times in the golden age pulp style. This is Pulp Reality 2. Available now on Amazon.com.
Yes, please check out Pulp Reality #2. It's now on sale on Amazon, and soon you're going to be seeing some special programming on Clever Tile Pending concerning that, as well as hopefully some store signings. So follow us for more details. And speaking of more details, let's talk to the people who have checked in here. We are way behind, and it's automatic. Teresa Dunn has checked in with us at 9:04 this morning, so we're already an hour behind the comments. Yay, Teresa! Mwah, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Great broadcast with Kathy Jackson last night on your page. Skunk Rocker, morning, Brian. Skunk, good to see you, brother. It was good to see you last night on Stupid O'Clock. Morning, Nevermorian. Today's weird random fact is brought to you by Stupid O'Clock. Thursdays at 9, Saturdays at 11. Yes, I did vomit on last night's show. Why do you ask? So definitely tune into that one, because puking is broadcast gold. And yeah, are you okay? Asked Carl Witzman. Carl, good to see you. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better this morning, dude. And there was no production model for the Corvette in 1983. 43 were made for testing purposes, and 42 of them were destroyed. The only remaining one is in the Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And Scott Cracker goes on to say, Carl, not sick, it's allergies. I was coughing so much last night that I ended up hacking up dinner. Not a big deal. Geez, just take everything way too seriously. Dude, puking is seriously. It is seriously, okay? We worry about you, brother. You're part of us now. You know, you are not just Stupid O'Clock. You're an Nevermorian, and we take care of our own around here. Can't have any self-depreciating humor around here. Somebody gets all worried and concerned. Well, what do you expect, dude? Carl's a caring guy. Okay, next time you hurl on the screens like, oh, it's just Skunk again. Anyway, awesome. My phone is acting up again. For example, I said also, and it read that as awesome. Sometimes I wonder if I need to buy a new phone. It is sounding like it, because you speak into your phone enough that I would think it'd be trained for your voice. And sorry, just worried about you. Glad to hear it wasn't the flu or anything. And the Skunk says, it's okay. I love you, buddy. Oh, this is so cool. And Coffee Earn must be going slow today. Yeah, never going fast enough for me this morning. And pollen is crazy here too. And it's cold this morning. So it's cold and pollen. WTF. Yeah. It's like, before I went out to Buffalo, last week, I got I rarely get pollen, allergy attacks. But this one was thick. It's like I came out to the car one morning and it looked like somebody had painted it in pollen. And like the next day, I was just hacking and sneezing and, snorting. And that's why if you watch please watch the last Clever Title Pending. It was really good. But the one before that with Anna Maria Salvaggio, I had to mute my microphone frequently because I was coughing so much and I'd had my hand over my mouth. So people think, boy, Brian is still thoughtful tonight. No, Brian is trying to keep you from watching him hack. Anyway, Scott Crocker continues. Good Lord, I just realized that Brian has pink hair in this photo. Yes, I do. That was from the last stage appearance I made in Danville, Illinois. It was for La Cage aux Folles. If you don't know what that is, it is based on a French film from the early 80s, I believe it was, and it spawned about 4 or 5 sequels. If you've ever seen The Birdcage with Robin Williams and Gene Hackman, it's the same story, but as good as Robin and Gene were, the original La Cage aux Folles is a million times funnier. It really is. And the stage play is magnificent. It not only has some beautiful music. It has some hilarious lines, and I got to play the manager of the club. And so for about a month and a half, I was wearing pink hair. I actually was sprayed on, but I didn't want to take I also had bright green fingernails, Kelly green fingernails, and I didn't want to take those off every night. So I just said, screw it. I kept them. So for about 2 months, I had green fingernails, and everyone wondered about me. But anyway, and Joe Bachman says, good morning, folks. Good morning to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well this morning. Good to see you here. And BKM just forgot how to run everything. Can't let him take too many days off or this happens. Yeah, no, what happened was my pod catheter got knotted up, and so I had to do things manually. It happens, right? Especially at my age. And there's the comment dump. I was just waiting for it. And Carl Wisman, hey Joe, and I miss Teresa. And lurker mode engaged. Cindy, please, folks. We've got to brag on Cindy for a moment. Cindy has just launched her very first Kickstarter for her very first comic book. And if someone could let's see if I should be able to get it. There we go. Kickstarter.com Animal Eye. There we go. Let's see if I can find it. And it looks like there's a video for it. And let's see here. Analyze. Let's just get up here. Pardon me, that's just congestion this morning. And let's see here. It's looking for me. And there we go. And actually, we've got a couple of Kickstarters here we want to talk to you folks about. But anyway, Cindy Cap has just started out strong with 31 days to go in her campaign. And a $3,400 goal. She's got $295. Let's see. I believe this should work. I'm never sure. But I'm going to put this in the comments here. And I'd like you all to please give that a look. It's an all-ages comic book. It is about a couple of game testers who become animal avatars in a game with larger stakes. Anyway, please check that out. And we're going to put that up here, Cindy. And there we go. Please check this out. And actually, for our friends on Facebook, there we go. There it is. Please click on that link and please pledge your support to Cindy. She's one of us. She's one of us. And it's a beautiful story. I've read it earlier. In fact, if you were one of her Patreon subscribers, you will have seen it by now. So please check it out. All right. And she's off to a good start. And thanks to Pops Van Zandt last night for helping her launch that. That was so cool. And here we go. It's happening. It's always happening, Skunk. And the best part about all this is that by the time he gets to this comment, Brian's going to be so confused as to what we're talking about. I'm confused even if I could keep up, man. It's one of those mornings. But here he is, Porn Sack Rodman. Good to see you, Brian. Good morning, my friend. Good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. And if you want to know about Porn Sack, you have to watch Comic Book Spectrum last night. We diverged. Anyway, 'tis the day when all the glorious wonders emerge from the heavens and bring us a magical glimpse of new creation. The weekend. Then the cycle of death comes back on Monday. Good feelings gone. Oh, well. Anyway. Follow Brian Rodman for more positivity. Anyway, hope Robin's feeling better. Robin's Brian Rodman's wife, and she was a little under the weather yesterday. But I hope the you're rubbing the pork butt did help her out. I know it helped me just looking at those sandwiches. Anyway, we had a super fun comic book Spectrum show last night. One of the writers of one of the books that Pornsack Hawkins, that's his new name now, that he reviewed. And this is the name of the author of this book, who apparently is a novelist turned comic book writer, but unlike Cindy Kep and myself, he doesn't quite have it down. So anyway, this is not a book. This is a book that, and I don't remember the name of it, but you have to go back and watch Not Clever Tile Petting. That was good too. That had the Rising Tide Broadcast Network on it last Tuesday. Please check it out. But if you want to watch Comic Book Spectrum last night, you got to check it out. We talk about some fun stuff on there, and we have some good engagement with the audience. It's always a lot of fun. And Ryan Permisson, happy Friday, Nevermorians. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? How are you, Ryan? We never hear how you are. And check out the latest episode of the podcast, Talking Movies, at Anchor FM, the Nerdcast, episode 97. Check it out. It's always a good thing. It's always a good thing to listen to. And this intro music always reminds me of the Red Book audio for the PC game Cyclones back in the day. Had a fantastic CD soundtrack. Yeah, Skunk, that's one thing I noticed when I used to video game. There were a number of games that had terrific soundtracks. I loved Halo. The Halo theme just got, it's one of those, pieces of music, just got me going. I loved it. Ryan Permisson also says subscribe to the channel today for more great nerdy content at Nerd Culture Channel on YouTube. Do that thing. And good morning, Carl. Thank you. It's good to see you, Carl. It really is. And Brian Rodman says, last night's Comic Book Spectrum was so much fun. Honestly, it's become my favorite part of the week. Mine too. Don't tell the dingoes. No, it'll be our secret. They'll be jealous. And thank you once again for your amazingly kind words about Memoirs of an Angel, my friend. It means so much that you genuinely enjoy the series. I really do. I really do. And it's showing improvement with every issue, as it should. Really looking forward to the next issue, dude. And like I said, when we get to see each other in Louisville, I will want physical copies signed by you, my friend. But anyway, yeah, we review Comic Book Spectrum. If you don't know what that is, you should. It's our Thursday night show. Brian Rodman, Clyde Hall, and Eric Hawkins and myself get on, and we do brief reviews of current releases. The purpose of it is that we are trying to turn you on to new comics you may not have seen yet. And it's denting all of our wallets right now because somebody says something that's like, man, I gotta pick that up. That sounds good. But we did educate you on how to read comics online inexpensively, actually free through hoopla.com. And also we just generally talk about the comics and the industry in general. And but the purpose is the comics that we review have to have been released within the last month in a tangible form. So if you're, because there are a lot of shows that do Kickstarter comics, and they've got their place, and we love those shows. We, all four of us do. But how many times have you seen something that looks so good and I want it right now? Well, we review books that you can get right now. Brian is close to an exception. We're going to take care of our own. His physical copies of Memoirs of an Angel #7, the latest issue, should be available by next week. You should be getting them from his printer by then. But as it is, the e-version is available right now from brianrodman.com. Please check that out. And I'm glad you enjoyed your review. I wanted to do it right because it was you, brother. And it meant a lot to me to be able to do that. And Grant Lankard, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Grant. Hope you're doing well. And Ryan Permisson says, check out, and I quote, Live Saturday with the splendiferous Amy Hale. Please check out her brand new book, Neuroses, too. Super, super book. I've just started reading it. And anyway, check out Ryan Permisson and his great show. And I quote, Saturdays at noon Eastern. You will love it. And everyone's saying hello. And be sure to send a direct message to Ryan Permisson for your recommendations on books he should read. So he's trying to expand his reading repertoire, as it was. And we're definitely going to we got to get him a link to Pulp Reality too. We got to do that for him. So anyway, please check out his show. He's awesome. And speaking of incredibly awesome, there is Ted Davies Artistry. Good to see you this morning, brother. And good morning, all. Oh, God bless you. Second COVID shot, and I'm hurting. Oh, my God, I'm sorry. I got through the second COVID shot. It was not without discomfort, but in a couple days, Ted, you're going to start feeling better. But we will be at Drinking with the Davies tonight at 6 p.m. Shangri-Lisa gets mixed up. Please join us. Actually, I get mixed up, but I'll be there waiting to see about how to make a Shangri-Lisa. I don't remember that drink. Of course, I don't think I discovered sangria till Sangria-Lisa. That's it, Sangria-Lisa. I've been mispronouncing it. My bad. But I don't think I learned about sangria until I was in my teens. No, I wasn't. I wasn't drinking it back then. I've made it for lost time though. But where did we go? I think it was, Olive Garden used to have a wonderful sangria. Oh my gosh, made fresh on premises. It was fantastic. And Willow Schuyler, thank you for promoting us on Instagram. We love you, darling. Thank you so much. And Ryan Permisson says, getting the one and done vaccine next week. Any tips on what to do before and after vaccination? Yes. Before you go in, Ryan, now I had the Moderna, which is, of course, the binary shot, as I like to say. And of course, I didn't learn all this till after I got the first shot. Definitely make sure you're properly hydrated going in. And the second thing I say is have a little snack or something, because I'm not diabetic. I'm what they're calling pre-diabetic. Although my A1C is in decent range, where I'm too away from having the shot. But anyway, definitely have a snack before you go in to maintain your blood sugar level, because it messed with mine something fierce. The first one did. And again, the Johnson & Johnson may be different. Expect to feel poorly. And what that means is your antibodies are getting the message and it's working. So, you might, I've seen some people that have had severe reactions, like really, really bad, I will say symptoms like fatigue. Fatigue seems to be the common one. That hit me too. Got a little stuffiness in the nose. No full-blown symptoms though, fortunately. But just a general feeling. The nice thing is you go through it and it's almost like someone flipped a switch. It's like, wait a minute, I'm feeling okay now. But all that means, Ryan, is that the antibodies are working in you and you're on the road to wellness. Now, I'm also reading that there may be for flu season, Pfizer and Moderna are both working on a combination flu shot and COVID shot, and the next one will take care of the strains that have popped up, the mutation strains that have popped up that are a little bit easier to catch, like a lot easier to catch, with a higher rate of fatality. So we'll keep you posted on what we learn. So anyway, and Carl Witzman says, yes, I will be drinking with you. I think I may have an adult beverage myself tonight. So I've had a good week. I got a script out. Oh, and I meant to tell her one. I'll see if she shows up. Because I know Amy Hale's more concerned with my addiction to Funko Pops. And Brian Robbins says, speaking of which, pull back the curtains of the physical realm and enter the world of Memoirs of an Angel, a horror fantasy comic book series about a ragtag group of infinite and finite beings who race through time and space to rescue a broken and bitter witch hunter from the clutches of the Dark Kingdom. It's Lord of the Rings meets The Exorcist, and I'd say a little touch of Judge Dredd in there. I like the world building. Head to brianrahman.com and shop today. And thank you, Ryan Permisson, for sharing that. And thank you, Brian Rahman, for your message there. And I figure while I'm behind, no, I'll wait till either Eric or Amy gets here. They'll be fun. And Bill Sarn says, TGIF to the fractured Fezzy fellow. How'd you know? And all the freaky Friday Morians, count your blessings and be one to someone else. Oh, by the way, I'd like you to send some positive energy, if you could, this morning to not just Cindy Kep for her campaign, CKOEPP.com. Please sign up for her newsletter. But also, I have a friend. His name is Jeff Holland. He's a prominent cosplayer in the Atlanta area, and he has just recently had eye surgery. And it is very serious eye surgery, and he is waiting for basically the results of the first surgery to come to him. But anyway, send him some positive energy, if you would, this morning. He's a dear friend. He's a good guy. And sorry about the shot. We're all taking shots on this show. And Grant Lanker, Ted is not going to let a little thing like the vaccine stop him from drinking. That's true. And alcohol is a purifier. That's the thing. So, Ted, I hope you get feeling better fast, brother. It will pass really quickly, I'm sure. And Historical Fencing Guild, good morning, Nevermorians, as we rise into another beautiful Friday. Let us rejoice. And let us rejoice because at 8 p.m. tonight, Nick Tockert is going to have that great show of his. The Historical Fencing Guild. It is always a good time. And it was fun seeing you seeing you last night on Stupid O'Clock. Please check that out. And also, he stole the show on Clever Title Pending when he arrived. He's so much fun. And hashtag Bring Cookie Home. We are working on it, Bill Stern. Thank you so much. And Carl Wisman, that's what we love about him, Grant. Yeah. And Joe Dog McKeel. See, I'm trying to make you Joe McPhee again. Sorry. And I was up, fell back asleep here now. Well, we're glad we could wake you up, Joe Dog. And great Stupid O'Clock last night, as always. And back in the cereal box, John B. Pica. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, there's friends and foes. Good to see you Saturday morning. Back in the cereal box on YouTube. Check that show out. A lot of fun every week. And Bill Sarn says, the bird's the word when you sign up for CityCap's neat and nifty newsletter at CKOEPP.com. It's something to tweet about. Oh, yeah. Excuse me. And the Historical Fencing Guild says, I am so excited. CityCap's project looks amazing. Pulp Reality 2 is out, and Luke's Hybrids number 7 is crowdfunding attached is a certain game, which, by the way, I pledged for yesterday, and I pledged at the level of that game. So I'm looking forward to that really, really a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of good places to spend your money these days. Plus, there's Randy Zimmerman's Indie Revolt on Indiegogo. Also, the brand new Zombieful World of Oz on Kickstarter from our own very, very beloved Eric Pornsack Hawkins. And also Ted Davies has Grim 101. Grim 101. Ted, don't be so sick that you can't put in a link to that great Kickstarter campaign. Now, most of these are fully funded. Now, Cindy Cap still needs your love. Cindy is at as of this moment with 31 days. She just launched last night on Comics Madness with Possibly Insane, and she just crossed the $300 line. She's at 310 with 24 backers. Thank you very much to everyone. In fact, let me do this. I am terrible at this, but share screen, Chrome tab, Animal Eye, share, and please check this out. This is the campaign. Cindy Cap's Animal Eye. She's just, like I said, she just crossed 310. She's got a $3,400 goal. We'd like to see her hit 1,000 by the end of the weekend. That'll get her the momentum she needs to finish out this project. Please share the information about her very first comic book and her very first Kickstarter campaign. Please give us some support. If you've loved her jokes, if you've loved her questions on Clever Tile Pending, if you love her, please give this some love, if you would, please. It is I've read the first issue. It is fantastic, and I think you will dig it a whole bunch. We'll be visiting that later. Please contribute generously. I'm excited about that too. And thanks to Kathy Jackson for working with me yesterday. For we ended up interviewing each other. That was a good show too. I watched that late last night, and Teresa is turning into quite the interviewer. So please check out her interviews on Thursday nights at 6 p.m. on Teresa Dunn's Facebook profile page. And Carl Wisman says, don't be telling people that I'm a caring guy. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was our secret. I'm nice or something. Jeez, I'm sorry. Carl microwaves baby chickens because he can't wait for them to cook in the fryer. He doesn't even pull the feathers off. You know what I'm saying? And where was that, Teresa? I missed the whole thing, and I looked. She was having some problems with StreamYard yesterday. Or with Facebook. I know which one I'm blaming. So anyway, there's a reason why I don't broadcast these shows anymore on Facebook. I've heard they've got it straightened out. I may go back to it, but right now we're diverting all of our traffic to the Rising Tide broadcast page or the Rising Tide publications page. And if you want more information on all the stuff we do, check out risingtide.pub. I don't promote that enough, and I should. Anyway, check out Teresa's page. It is up there right now. And John B. Pica. So those of you who are still suffering from COVID C-19 lockdown blues, head on down to Nashville, Tennessee, where all restrictions have now been lifted and masks are no longer required. We are now at 100% capacity. I'm still wearing a mask because I don't trust a lot of yahoos out there. I really don't, even though I've had both shots and it's been 3 weeks. So I'm sure if one of those idiots has like the British strain or the South American strain, one of those morons will be up there talking about, well, I have a right to breathe free. You also have a right not to be a selfish dick and infect your friends. Anyway, Historical Fantasy Guild, Carl Wissenfein, you are a dastardly fiend. Feel better? There we go. And as Carl basks in the glow of your scorn. And Joe Dog McKeel says, earlier I said to myself, self. And I knew it was me because I recognized my voice and I was wearing my underwear. You should get up and make a sandwich. Ham and Swiss on rye with a spicy mustard. Ooh, that's all for Nevermind the Furthermore this morning, folks. I'm hungry. Anyway, Scott Crocker says, okay, you're not allowed to talk about good food before 10:30, Joe Dog. Yeah. And Scott Crocker is starving and I'm not going to be able to eat anything for 14 more minutes. Not that he's counting. So let's not talk about any sort of food like oh man, did I have a good meal yesterday with kind of like an egg bake. We made our own croutons for it. Out of you have like a couple pieces of bread left over. It's not really enough to really make a sandwich, and maybe it's a little old, so we dice it up and we make our own stuffing with it, which is really easy if you've got like a sage and some Italian spices and some good chicken stock. But yeah, you can make your own stuffing at home. It's very easy. But we made it with an egg mixture, which was a little bit of milk, some eggs. And we poured it over that. We put some vegetables and we fried up some bacon to put in it too. So Skunk, yeah, we understand. No comments about food. Follow us for more recipes. Grant Lankert says, Brian, I apologize that I haven't had time to read the file you sent me. Things have been a little crazy. Dude, you're talking to the person who understands you the best. You know what I'm saying? Once I hand it in, if anything, I hope I've handed it in early enough that if you do like it, pardon me, that you can get rocking on it and it will help you in your production. And I'm glad I had that script on hand. I was very proud of it. I see it as kind of like a gentle takeoff on 50s B-movie films, Hollywood, and old romance comics. It serves a lot of purposes. And thank you, Grant, actually, for allowing me to submit that to you, because it was something I submitted to somebody else, and they never pulled the trigger. They accepted it, but never pulled the trigger on it. Like assigning art and everything. And so I pulled it back, and I said, that's mine now. So anyway, which I'm going to start doing to a lot more of my old. I've got about 4 different comic scripts out there that I'm going to pull them. If you haven't illustrated by now, I figure you're never going to. So, I'm just going to rewrite them and make them something even cooler. So anyway, Grant, thank you for accepting it, or at least so far. And if you turn it down, that's cool too, man. No hard feelings. But anyway, it's part of a secret project that Grant is working on. Don't tell anyone until I say so. And Carl Wisman says, thanks, Nick. I do feel better now. And Cindy Capps was on Pops Van Zant's show, and she did great. And she did. In fact, Cindy is going to be on Clever Title Pending 2 weeks from, a week from this coming Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, we're going to have Ted Davies on, who's going to talk about his life, his art, and also Grim 101, also available on Kickstarter. This is a great time to pick up some super, super comic book work from Luke Stone, who we're trying to get onto a special episode of Clever Title Pending because it's been too long. And also Cindy Capps' very first comic, which I totally endorse. And Eric Hawkins' Zombie Full World of Oz. And you also get an opportunity to buy the first 2 issues if you haven't already. And Eric's got some really cool add-on gifts such as poker chips and metal collector cards and stuff that I dig. So please check him out. And hey, Philip Thompson, how you doing this morning? Good to see you, sir. Hope all is going well. And again, please check out, this is the Kickstarter link to Animal Eye by Cindy Kep. We're going to pimp her this morning. And anyway, she did do a super job last night on Comic Madness with Pops Van Zandt. Thank you, Pops, for having our girl on. And Cindy handled herself marvelously. I'm just sorry I couldn't stay because I had to prep for comic book Spectrum last night. But anyway, please check out Animal Eye. It is a great all ages comic book. And just because it's all ages doesn't mean you grown-ups won't like it too. It's great game lit fantasy stuff. You will dig it. She did a great job on that book. I'm really proud of her. And let's see, we just had a comment dump. Let's get back to where we were supposed to be. Anyway, wow, you guys are on fire this morning, and I'm smoldering. Anyway, didn't see Teresa Dunn's show last night and wondering if she's still doing it. Yes, Bill, she is. She did. It just happened late because of some sort of snafu with Facebook. And go Cindy, says Clyde Hall. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're having a great morning. And Historical Fencing Guild, glad to help out, Carl. I know the comfort of wearing the black hat. Oh, yes, we do. That's why I wear a dark fez, baby. And Scott Crocker says one of us is gobble, 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 gobble. One of us is one of us. We accept her. Or one of us gobble, gobble. Yes. Or I'm thinking more like, what is it, Todd Browning's Freaks movie? One of us. And Joe Dog McGill says, you know what brightens my day? Sunshine. And moonshine makes me happy too. That brightens your night, dude. And Joe Dog, I'm hoping for at least a little taste of the real thing when I go down for HalloCon. I'm going to call this week about my room. But that's the leading it. That's the 29th and 30th of October, I believe. And that's going to be a good time. And the cuisine down there is to die for, I understand. So that's, and also I'm a guest down there. And thank you, Joe Dog, for that. I do appreciate that. And the Captain Pornsack Hawkins. Oh, yes. And yes, the Good Asian, says John B. Pica. Yeah, that was the book that throws itself on the floor for you. We have a habit of like zing books that we're not real fond of. So Eric did dissuade me, and that's the sort of book I would gravitate towards, simply because I do like that sort of book. One book that and John, I think you'll agree with me, was Superman Battles the Klan by Gene Yuen. I'm always forgetting his full name, but he's actually one of the best scripters out there right now. I loved his The Superman, and it was part of the New 52. It was based on the Chinese got a hold of some of Superman's DNA and created their own Justice League of America. But the thing is, in order to access his powers, this kid who's kind of a wastrel, he has to become a better person in order to unlock the powers of Superman. It was a terrific book. But anyway, Gene wrote a fantastic book last year, I believe it was, or late 2019 or going into 2020, called Superman Battles the Klan, and it was based on it was an adaptation of the classic radio show that actually is credited with hamstringing the Ku Klux Klan in this country, because they operated mostly in secret, but somebody infiltrated the group and was sending out information to the authorities, and it wound up in the hands of the Superman producers, of the radio show with Bud Collyer and Joan Alexander. And they did a thing where Superman basically laid waste to the thing, but it was updated and was beautifully done. I really love that. It was one of my favorite Superman books in recent years. Anyway, Grant Lankard says, I don't know why I seem to never get reminders for your show, Teresa. I set a reminder for 6 p.m. Eastern. Is that the wrong time? No, that is the correct time. But there was some sort of snafu, and it did not occur. But what does occur is... Thank you, darling.
Yeah, welcome.
You got some...
Turn on the furnace.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, honey. Yeah, it's a little cold here. We actually had to turn on the furnace right now. But anyway, no, it may have... Facebook has not been good to broadcasters in the last month. And those of you... And this gives me a moment, actually, to thank all of you who have followed me from my profile page where you were watching. onto either the Rising Tide Broadcast Net page or Kathy Jackson's books or Rising Tide Publications. Because Facebook was, would broadcast my show, but it wasn't sending your comments to my StreamYard where I'm looking at it right now. And it was causing some butthurt from a few people. And I decided to take it seriously. So I pulled my show from my own profile page. So, but thankfully, I think almost all of you have come over to one of the other pages, and we're grateful for that. And if you're watching and you have not liked the page that you're watching this on, please take just a second and like that page, because it's a thank you to our hosts. All right. And also, if you're watching us on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We would love it if you did. In fact, let me give you let's see, here you go. There we go. That's it. There we go. If you like what you see, if you enjoy what you see, please take a moment to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe, because that's what the cool kids and their friends do. So anyway, thank you to everyone who has followed us over. And Keisha Acuff, hello, beautiful people. She is talking to herself again. Mwah, Keisha, how are you doing this morning? Good to see you. I hope to see you in the green room tonight with Uncle Ted. And the Historical Fencing Guild says, Joe Dog, sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Moonshine on my shoulder makes me wet and flammable. Anyway, yes, that's true. No open flame around the stuff when it's on your shoulder. That it sounds like it could take the paint off the side of your car. Excuse me. Skunk Rocker says, oh, Halo has a magnificent soundtrack. It's top notch. That honestly was really surprising, because Bungie wasn't known for their music. Then again, their games came out on Macs prior to joining Microsoft. There we go. There we go. Yeah, and I think that was our first experience with Bungie games. But yeah, Halo was terrific. We dropped out when it became like an MMORG. I just really don't care for those, because there's always black hat players, the ones who take like somebody from the lower point echelon, and as they're building their stuff, they go in and beat them up and take their crap, or things like that. It's just a lot of things. I just don't care for that kind of gaming community. So anyway, Joe Dog McKeel continues saying, excuse me, and the house has revolted and demands attention. We'll try to get back. All right. Well, good to see you. And morning all from Porn Sack. There is from Planet Porn Sack, there is the Captain Eric Hawkins, Porn Sack Hawkins, we call him now. And now that he's here, I have to tell the story. And for some of you will get this. Some of you will get this right away. Eric and I were on opposite ends of the building, because apparently Debs Logan had heard about us. And so I went over to visit him and his wonderful wife, Jennifer. It was great to meet her. And there was a Funko Pop display near Eric, which is probably not the best. Probably a good place for the guy selling Funko Pops, not so much for Eric and his marriage. But anyway, Eric said, well, there's some stuff over there you might like. I said, yeah. And so I went over and I found one. I said, I've got to get this. And he said, Cookie's going to kill you. And I said, probably, but it'll be funny. And so I went back and I held this behind my back. I bought this and I held it behind my back. And I said, honey, I know you don't want me buying any more Funko Pops. And I know that I'm in danger when I do. But after all, who wants to live forever? And so it is a testament to my honey's patience that I am still alive after buying Prince Voltan. Brian Blessed. I have a Brian Blessed Funko Pop. And the funny thing is, I don't care about General Clytus that much. Ming the Merciless would be okay. Flash Gordon would be fine. But I got this one. I am so happy. It is a delight. Anyway, thank you, Eric, for that. And it was a good time hanging out with you in Hannibal, Missouri, at Big River Comic Con. That was a fun time, and they've already set the dates for April next year, and I am going to be there. Because I've been told I'm going to be there. And Brian Rodman says, Cindy Cap's Animal Eye, Ted Davies Grimm 101, and the Captain Pornsack Hawkins. The Zombieful World of Oz are all on Kickstarter. Plus, Luke Stone's Hyper Sons of Gods is on Indiegogo right now. So go get poor like me and back all of these. Yeah, you and me both, brother. We're both in the poorhouse this month. And also, don't forget Indie Volt Revolt Sequential Art Collection. That book is over 100 pages thick right now. because of you. It's all your fault. No, it's to your credit, because Randy has launched Arrow Comics 4.0. They are now the new publishers of Luke Stone's Hybrid Sons of Gods. And what is beautiful about it is the Indiegogo Indie Review has a lot of great artists, professional level artists, not hobbyists like, but great writers and artists: Glenn B. Fleming, Randy Zimmerman, Russ Leach, a whole bunch of Daphne Lage, really terrific contributors. And you're going to dig it. I'm already committed to that book. And the more backer goals that they make, they're going to add more pages. So please check that out. That has, let's see if I call that up. It has got 55 backers with 8 days left. So if you're going to pledge to this book, you really need to get on that. So, pardon me. So right now, Brian's right. Right now is a great time for creativity with the Nevermorians. So please look into backing your books. And if you can't back their books fully, send them $1. That helps them so much. The backer count helps a lot. It really does. And just sending that $1 does assist them. And even more than that, share the links to their Indiegogos. Please share Cindy's. We want to see this first campaign of hers really get off the ground. All right. And Skunk Rocker says, do you think he means the plumbing, the electricity, or possibly both? I'm almost afraid to find out, Skunk, because he had so much trouble with the sewer line a few weeks ago. That's the thing about owning older houses. I have, Cookie and I live in a house that is over 80 years old, which is actually older than I am. I think this is the first time I have, since I moved out of my parents' house, that I've lived in a house that's older than I am, which is kind of refreshing. But we have a lovely house. I love our house. I told Cookie when we came here that this is the house I always wanted to give her. And I helped pay for it. So, but no, we love our house here. We're in a beautiful community. We love Lafayette. And I've got to go back and watch Stupid O'Clock, because I saw a comment from Carl last night about the plane lines converging around Lafayette, and and just saying, I got to find out what that's about. Anyway, the Historical Fencing Guild says Halo Reach is the best split screen shooter in the series, possibly the best ever. The story also needs to be appreciated. I love the Halo story, and the voice talent was terrific. Animation was superb. But yeah, it's shifted in kind of like an MMORG direction, and I'm just not into that. I really am not. Now, it's not to say I didn't enjoy my Halo parties every now and then, where everyone had to look out for me because I was always sneaking around shooting him in the back, because I know my limits. Face-to-face confrontation, I don't know about that, but shooting him in the back, I got a chance. Anyway, John B. Pike, I just pledged to Animal Eye. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, and you will not be disappointed. I promise you that. It is a super, super sweet book, and you'll probably want to talk to her while this campaign's going on. Anyway, thank you. And Cindy's up to 310 with 24 backers. Please let's get her up to at least 25 backers before this show is over. And Brian Rodman, thank you, bro, says Ted Davies. Yeah, and then Grim 101, that's another goodie. I'm really looking forward to that, Ted. That just looks beautiful. It really does. Hashtag Team Moderna. Hashtag Bring Cookie Home. Hashtag Love You, brother. Yeah, definitely. I'm part of Team Moderna myself. And, I do recommend the Moderna shot because your 5G signals will get stronger, and I can now control the electronics with the power of my mind. I've got this real big red circle in the middle of my chest, and Bloodshot fans just sort of laughing their butts off. And I'm trying to get back into reading the actual non-comic books. As I get older, it's hard for me to concentrate because I have too much on my mind. Yeah, I think that's why I tend to gravitate towards pulp. Right now, again, I go through cycles, but pulp has been a love of mine since I was in single digits, which lets you know how long that was. But it is very fast paced, very, it moves quickly without lingering on a lot of flowery language. So, and there are some people I can recommend to you that do some great stuff. Pulp Reality is a great starting point. Most of my stuff tends to be pulp. Volcana, not so much. Not so much pulp there. It's slightly more literary style to it. But just about everything else I write is very pulp oriented. So anyway, but yeah, I understand, and I'm currently reading Amy Hale's book, Neuroses. So I'm looking forward to getting to the end of that because I know I've read her stuff. She's a superb author. It's going to be a good book, and I know the book means a lot to her. Anyway, I don't know. Brian says the Skullcracker binary shot sounds cool and all. I like to think of the 2-shot system as epoxy. That's what I think of it as too. It's like glue running through my veins, keeping everything together. That's what all the plaque on my arteries are for. But no, yeah, it's I don't understand. I can almost understand the first shot kind of like easing you into it. Okay, you're used to it. Now comes the big one, But anyway, I feel a lot, if nothing else, I feel a little bit happier, a little more secure being able to go out in public and know that that I've got as good an immunity as anyone can at this time. Again, that doesn't mean I'm going to stop wearing a mask. In fact, a lot of businesses in this area are still mandating masks, and it's their right to do so. I don't see it as an infringement. I see it as, it's like in times of trouble. This was pointed out. I think his name is Bo of the Fifth Column, has a really good daily, about 3 or 4 times a day, he comments on the day's events. And real solid point of view, kind of a centrist, as close to centrist as we get these days. But anyway, he talked about one day that it was, and I know this is going to peeve some people off, and that's fine. But in times of trouble, during World War II, we had rationing. And yeah, it was hard, but you couldn't get all the sugar, you couldn't get all the tires, you couldn't get all the gasoline or meat that you wanted. But we all sacrificed for a greater good, and that's what this is. In fact, I saw a great sign this week. It really summed up the thing. It was a store that said masks are mandatory. You don't believe in the corona? We don't care. You don't like wearing masks? We don't care. You don't... It was this long list of objections. It's a government plot. We don't care. And it also ended with, if you are going to talk about this sort of thing when you're on our premises, you owe us $75, $80 if we have to get in an argument with you. But anyway, it's for guys, and also I'm doing it for people who, for one reason or another, cannot get the shot or are frightened of it. So, and Scott Barker says, I'm waiting until my body acclimates to all this plant jizz floating through the air. Well, I never thought of that, but now I feel dirty and I like it. Anyway, before I get it, to make sure that if I do have any side effects, that they don't affect me as bad. Now, Skunk, that's honestly, I'm going to tell you in all seriousness, that is the proper way to look at it. I had a checkup recently from my healthcare people, and they asked me if I'd had the shot, and at the time I'd had the first one, and I haven't had like a tetanus shot in 10 years. I'm supposed to get a couple other shots because of my age, and they said don't get those until the full effect of the Moderna gets a hold of you. Don't even schedule them until then, because basically right now my body, and this is what happens, would probably happen to you, Skunk, is right now my body is still pumping out this information and getting the good mojo all throughout my blood system. And we don't want something else coming in that may tax the system too much. And right now, COVID is far more important than, say, my pneumonia shot, which I've never gotten. Or, the tetanus shot. I'm just going to be careful that I don't scratch myself on something rusty. So, yeah, that's smart, Skunk. And I know you have slightly compromised immunity. So you're doing it right, brother. You're doing it right. And hey, it's been a while. Yes, Philip, it has. And Amy Hale, I'm here lurking while I do housework and care for the animals. I care for the animals too. Hope you got to see my new Funko Pop. I couldn't resist. I love Brian Blessed. I love him in Flash Gordon. He totally steals the show. And happy Friday mornings, Nevermorians. Clyde Hall, good to see you, brother. And Clyde was wonderful. He is the gold standard of commentary on comic book spectrum. We are hacks. And hey, Pops Van Zandt in the house. Good to see you, brother. Way to go. Way to launch Cindy's project last night. That was fantastic. You did a great job, and Cindy is currently at 310 with screen refresh with 24 backers. I'd like to see her get at least one more before the show's over. And Scott Crocker, Mr. Science, says alcohol is a purifier. Are you saying that that's what a certain former president meant when he said we should all put disinfectant in our bodies? No, because that's tank cleaner. That is tank cleaner. It is not a purifier. And so definitely alcohol. Definitely alcohol. Besides, alcohol is safe. You can pronounce it. It's only 3 syllables. Alcohol. That other stuff, hydroxychloroquine or something like that. How many syllables is that? That can't be any good for you. God, people recommending that stuff. How big an idiot are you? Anyway, Clyde Hall, what if you could channel the powers and abilities of all B-movie characters? B-Man can. And you can read his adventure in Pulp Reality #2 with his story Paternity False, now available on Amazon from Stormgate Press. You got to get your copies of that. It just showed up. It is awesome. And speaking of awesome, there's Luke Stone Studios. Good morning, folks. Luke, good to see you, my man. Congratulations on your campaign for Hybrids of Sons of Gods. I am now part of the support team. I pledged yesterday at the level to get Nick Tockert's amazing role-playing game. Support my peeps. So anyway, looking forward to that, Luke, as always, sir. And John B. Pica and League of Impossibles webcomic on Patreon /Impossibles. Definitely check that out. He and Doug Aller are doing some great stuff on that book. That is so cool. Good work, John. Seriously, and go to johnpica.com for all of his links, and he has many. Okay, back, says Joe Dog McKeel. I guess we won't be using that door for a while. What, Carl Witzman find out? You had alcohol in the house? What? And Carl Witzman breaks door knobs. We break the door off the hinges. I swear that boy could destroy an anvil with a rubber hammer. You shouldn't have said you had that moonshine in the house. And then, probably Carl probably violated a couple of laws of space and time to get there and tear your door off. And the Ninja Genko, her concept is interesting. The Ninja Genko, I will say this, and I receive I have no financial interest in Animal Eye whatsoever. I am a consultant for the script. I did help her learn how to write a comic book story, but she took it from there and did amazingly well with it. But I endorse this book. I will say that. And it is a great all ages book, meaning that if you've got younger people in the house, they might enjoy it too. So definitely we need to support it. And she's one of our own anyway. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it, Ninja, and I hope you will consider supporting Cindy, even if it's just sending her $1 or sharing her link on Facebook or wherever your social platforming goes. And good morning, Luke. You were great on that show last night, says the Historical Fencing Guild. And the Ninja Genko says, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Glad to see you here. And Comics Talk with Pops and Sand. It was fun helping her launch. Want to see it funded. I do too. That is a totally cool comic. And we've got some other cool comics. Ted's new Kickstarter. Thank you for your support. Go to Ted. Excuse me. Check it out on Kickstarter. Grimm 101, a really spooky yet fun book coming out from the mind of Ted Davies. And John B. Pica, we are getting League of Impossibles ready for print and digital. Yes, I'm financing it out of pocket. I've never run a successful crowdfunding campaign, so I'm not even going to bother. John, contact Lisa Malone, Melone. You know her from my shows. Talk to her. She will talk to you for free about what you can do to maybe make your Kickstarter campaign. Tell her what you've done. Show her some links, and she'll be happy to converse with you. And tell her I sent you. Okay. I mean, yes, it is a bother. It can be. It can be a full-time job, and it's an emotional roller coaster. I think it's one of the reasons I haven't done a second one. But yeah, it's but I am planning on at least one this year. But yeah, it's almost like a full-time job, and you get so emotionally invested in it. And some people do drop out because poop occurs, and it breaks your heart. Or sometimes people are malicious about it. We had someone who pledged $500 to our campaign 3 years ago and then dropped out like 2 days later. Turned out he was trying to get one of those little super user tags and was doing it to a lot of other people. And so I sent word to Kickstarter, and they actually did something about it. So I was very happy about that. And the Historical Fencing Guild says, before I forget, Brian, please contact Dan Holofield. There is a set of boot to rear motivation in need of loving application. I saw Dan last night on Stupid O'Clock, and he's got a new album out, and it sounded like he was pretty proud of it. And yes, I am meddling. I do the same thing, Nick. I meddle. I do too. I do the same thing. But that's our job. That is Rising Tide, to meddle in the positive ways when people need a little boot in the snoot to get their asses into the seat and creating. Sometimes it means Dr. Tough Love has to come out, but when he does, he gets things done, and we have to. And Ted Davies says, smash the like button, please. He implores you. Yes, we are. As of this morning, let me check here. Well, we'll come back to it, but I'll do a search for B. All right, let's see here. Anyway, we'll get that launched. Anyway, as of last night at least, I am within 5 people of having 500 people subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd really love it if we got 5 more. And Scott Crocker is suffering because he has to wait a few minutes to eat. In some countries, they have never are. That's true. That's true. It can always be worse. And Phil, did you read the Animorphs graphic novel book or chapter books? No, I didn't. I have not read the Animorphs. Not yet, at least. That's not fallen into my view yet. And let's see. Here we go. We just had a comment dump, and let's see here. There we go. And Scott Cracker says, well, I can't eat eggs, so you can talk about that all you want. Okay, well, you can use artificial eggs. Anyway, the Historical Fencing Guild says, Amanda is over here agonizing about the food discussion. Sorry, Amanda. We are evil. And Molly Daniels, mwah, good to see you, darling. Greetings. Was catching up on Kathy Jackson's interview from last night. Darn evening job. Well, darn it, I hate that too. And I don't know, Cindy's Kickstarter is out. I'll check it out. Please do. We have left links throughout this broadcast. Do a search for Cindy Kep. Koepp, and you should be able to find it. And speaking of meddling, says the Historical Fencing Guild, after I convince you guys to throw money at Luke Stone, hashtag soft selling for the week, we need to get Cindy Kep hosting her own show. I agree. I think Cindy has I remember the first time we had Cindy on Clever Tile Penning, and I could tell she was a little bit nervous, but she's done a lot more broadcasting since then, and she is now, I think she is ready for prime time. I think she should do something. I agree. I would love to see her do something. I'd even invite her into the network because I enjoy her so much. And that was literally Todd Browning's Freaks I was referencing there, Brian. I thought so. It's been ages since I've seen Freaks. That was a good movie. It is not a comfortable movie to watch, people. This came out during the heyday of the Universal horror film, and this was a very disturbing project, especially for the time. So yeah, that's what I thought. And were you referencing Freaks, or were you referencing the Ramones song that was referencing Freaks, Skunk? And behold, the hand of Cookie. Yes, the hand of Cookie is merciful. She brings coffee even though I buy Funko Pops. Oh, sweet covfefe. Say, or were you referencing me singing the Ramones song in the shower earlier today? Oh, you found our cameras. Anyway, we'll be having that later on. And holy crap, I have 320 subs. I'm coming for you, Brian. Don't say that around Christian. Please don't say that around Christian. But anyway, I hope you do. You know, Pops, in all honesty, when people in our network, and I consider you unofficially in ours, okay, because we love you, Pops. I keep telling you, I want y'all to pass me up. I want to be the poor relations around here. I want us all to, Pops, basically, my philosophy. I want us all to rise together. I want us all to succeed. And Grant, you're thinking of the song Pinhead, and the lyrics in it are Gabba Gabba Hey, Gabba one of us, Gabba Gabba Hey, Gabba one of us. It's a little different, just a little bit, yeah. And Carly, thank you so much for liking and sharing this broadcast. We love you, hon. We so do. And let's see. We thought we got rid of you, and we just got a rude person that we took care of. And author Michaela Jade said, hey there, can't stay, but catch me tonight. I'd love to catch you, darn. Tonight on my YouTube channel for tidbits and scribbles. And I'm reading from Warrior's Worth. Hint, it's not PG rated. Okay, kids, queue up right now. Leave the show and wait for Michaela. But seriously, 7 p.m. tonight on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And check her out on YouTube. She is always informative, and this is great stuff. I love it when she reads from her books. And Brian, we will follow you wherever you may go. There's a copyright claim. Anyway, if you recognize it. Anyway, thank you, Nick. I love you, man. And since that happened, says the Skunk Rocker, now I've got that song stuck in my head, and I'm going to have to listen to the Ramones after the show. Don't know whether to thank you or throw a bottle at your head. It's a thank you, man. Anytime we can get the Ramones in your head, I've had them in my head since rock and roll high school. Anyway, Grant Langer says, you're welcome, Skunk, definitely. And check out the art page of Philip Thompson there. He's got some great comic book artwork going, some good cartooning. And I love your portraits, man. I really love your portraits. You really have a great command of imagery there in color. It's great. And Brian Rodman asks, do you want a drug-free LSD trip that brings your favorite characters into our reality to help you crush your enemies and hear the lamentations of their women? Then drink your coffee or tea from a Rising Tide mug. Just trust me on this, Brian. Tell them where they can get this blissful experience. Well, we do have a merch line, thank you. And let me find other stuff you can get. We also have breathing masks, as our lovely model Frank will demonstrate. You feel better, don't you? It's probably cured you, right? See, it's also medically endorsed, and this guy has a compromised immune system. So anyway, check it out. We've got breathing masks, we got bags, we have drinking mugs in 4 different colors. The white one really looks great. But anyway, please check them out and get yours today. If you're looking for a direct link to our merch line, if you're watching on Facebook, it's above this image. If you're watching on YouTube, it's below. Please expand the listing and you'll see it. And thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, man. And I see YMI on Wednesday. Our local writers, Anthro Bridges, was named a finalist in the Imagine Awards. Yes, excellent. To be held at the Imaginarium Convention. And Neil Gaiman is not nominated this year. Very good. You have a chance now. Yeah, that's one thing. I was noticing some people got in, and I don't think they're part of the convention. I would like to see the Imagine Awards be part of the convention attendees, if I'm reading it right. But anyway, but I didn't really have anything from last year that I thought was, that I thought we could get put in there. But this year I'm going to have some stuff. I'm going to be packing the listings as much as I can. And speaking of packing it, there is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, our brother from another mother, every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. And this coming Tuesday, I've got to brag on it. The show is going to be excellent. I'm looking forward to it because Peter Cushing is my doctor. Okay, that was the first Doctor Who I ever saw before the show was syndicated in America. And it's like, what if Peter Cushing was the first TV doctor? How would things change? And I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to be tuning in. And anyway, arise, Friday Morris Monster, arise. OMG, it's time for the VPs to be VIPs in the RTM. Arise and be CEO of your life because YOLO, like NVM, the Furthermore, LMK, because we like ROFL, LMFAO, ILY, y'all. Anyway. I tried. Anyway, that's awesome. That's awesome. And then Brian Blessed got told off for playing with his food again in the end. Thank you very much, Skunk Rocker. And we lost to his Anthro in 2019. I remember that. I remember. Well, it's like, I don't even know why he was nominated. I think he was like part of it. I don't even know if anyone from the Imaginarium was in that. So anyway, whoa, what's 5 likes on YouTube? What the fudge? Hey, folks, please like and share this video if you would. We would appreciate it. It helps us so much. And Grant, there's 8 with 15 watching. Yeah. Please give this a like if you would, please. And yep, we've got 15 people. Well, actually, we had 14, but I just booted one of them. So we had one person. We have one person who regularly comes on and makes rude comments about me and you guys, and and I can always tell because I can tell the way he writes. So anyway, we're glad you're here, Jody McPhee from the Desk with Small Press Publisher. Another one of our friends that we appreciate and want to promote. We want him to get to 100 subscribers on YouTube. Please check it out. And please check out his Saturday night at 10 p.m. show, Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central. It is always interesting. Joe does a fantastic job of interviewing various comic creator peoples. And Grant, 11 likes, 15 watching. Now, that's more like it. And I see 11. YouTube might be fudging the numbers like I've seen some other places do, like Reddit. YouTube isn't as bad about it as Facebook is. So anyway, but anyway, thank you for all. I appreciate all of you caring to get me more likes. I do like that. And I guess they don't refresh likes automatically. Man, do I feel dumb? No, don't feel dumb. You're fine. This is how we learn. And author Michaela Jade has a link to her amazing brand new books. Please check it out. You've got to go there. You've got to get, or that's her, I believe that's her sales page, her Amazon author page. And this is the link to Warrior's Worth Elite Warrior novel ebook. You've got to get this book. She has just released the 3rd part of her Warriors trilogy with a 4th one on the way. It is very cool. You will dig it. She's a terrific writer. She really is. And we were just talking about I don't want to be a pinhead no more, and I proved that I'm a pinhead. Oh, no. You can still you can still be Devo. You can still be Devo and still be a pinhead. That's okay. And Joe Dog McKeel, Flash Gordon, I'm sure you know Buster Crabbe did a cameo in the Buck Rogers TV series. Did you know the character's name was Brigadier Alex Gordon? That's right. Gordon as a nod to Flash Gordon, his other serial role, and Alex as a nod to the creator of Flash Gordon, Alex Raymond. Yes, and I did see that episode. And that line, what was it? Where Gil Gerard is telling everybody, keep close on me, and there's Commander Gordon going, son, I've been doing this since before you were born. That line still makes me laugh out loud. And I honestly, buy more comics. I wrote a 4-page biography of Buster Crabbe for the book because our friend Sean Delaney reprinted what part of what was to be Buster Crabbe Comics number 5 never came out. We had it recolored and all. It was a good book. But anyway, the crash lines are where the Chinese rocket could crash. 2 of the lines intersect around the Tockard house. Really? Wow. The Chinese rocket could crash. Oh man, they're already anticipating the thing could bomb already, huh? Well, I'm only an hour. I live about an hour southeast of Nick, so we'll miss Earl Park. I keep telling Nick to move. So anyway, if he and Amanda and Xander move, then they can bomb Earl Park for all I care. But anyway, also, if you live near a college town like Purdue, you're also, I learned years ago, you're pretty close to ground zero because somebody released, I think it was during the 80s, a potential battle plan for if we had World War III, which basically would take about an hour and a half to do. And that's what General Curtis LeMay used to talk about, bombing them back to the Stone Age. Well, basically, any place that has a university and anywhere within 5 miles of it is probably going to be vaporized. And I have lived near or in a college town probably every year since 1982. So, and I'm about less than a mile from Purdue, so we're goners. But anyway, back in the cereal box, on to more cheerful stuff. Tomorrow morning, we are talking post-apocalypse. Here we go. What would you do to survive the apocalypse? How long would you last? probably about 5 minutes. No, my plan for the apocalypse is basically, if it's nuclear, I'm not going to go into my basement. I'm going to go onto the front lawn. I want it over with quick. So, it is going to be a nightmare. So anyway, cheer into the Feel Good Show of the Saturday morning as we talk apocalypse. I'm back of the cereal box. And actually, if it turns into Judge Dredd, I can live with it as long as I'm fairly close in the high levels in the Mega City 1. And good news, I've been approved for QuadCon in Peoria on June 5th. Good for you. Good for you. I think I may have to get in on that. And John B. Pica says, speaking of pulp, Nightrike is available at Amazon.com/author John Pica. Definitely check that out. That looks so good. John, I'm going to get a copy from you when we get to Imaginarium, okay? And regarding masks, I'll continue to wear a mask because it supports facial recognition software. I can use as advertising real estate, and I look like a badass. I see that third reason. You were just leading up to that third reason. Badasses do wear masks. That's all there is to it. And Molly Daniels said, we had an angry customer on Wednesday yelling about the fact we were short-staffed. Told my customers to no charge for the floor show. Seriously, what you ought to do is get out your cell phone and start taping the guy losing his crap, because there's money to be made for Karens and Darrens. I do watch a few of them, and I mock them with my laughter, and I have no problem calling the cops on them. And Joe Dog McKeel, 16 watchers, 13 likes. Who is the slacker? And Comics Talk says, I was backer number 1, I think. You might have been. I think I was right behind you, if nothing else, Pops, because the minute that went live, I hit the subscribe. I hit the pledge button. So hope if I'm number 2 to you, Pops, that's how it should be. And if anyway, I think you should be told you're number 1. If nothing else, you are number 1, dude. You really are. And I'm using the correct finger. And 5 subs shy of 500. I know, Joe Dog. I'm excited about that. And I want to thank everyone who's gotten me to this point. I really appreciate everyone. And we do want to get to 1,000, mostly because then we will be able, this operation becomes more self-sustaining. Let's put it that way. We do pay for our StreamYard account, and our Patreon helps us a lot. But once we get to into 1,000, then we start looking at expanding the reach of what we can do, and being able to help more people get their projects funded, like Cindy Cap. Please check out Animal Eye. Please check out Luke Stone's project. Please check out Ted Davies and Eric Pornsack Hawkins. You know that we've got a lot of people that need and deserve your backing for their creativity, outlets for their creativity. So please check them out. Bill Sarn says the governor announced yesterday that next Friday Illinois will go into the bridge phase to phase 5, which is the reopening of everything. However, the mask mandate will remain until we reach herd immunity. I also heard that Indiana will be having their Indiana State Fair this summer. There is a good likelihood of that Indiana State Fair happening. We are I don't think we've hit it yet, but we are approaching the point when Indiana will completely open up. But even after it does, masks will be left to the individual business establishments, from what I hear, whether they want to continue having their patrons wear masks or not. And I see that as a liability issue. So if you go into a restaurant and they say you got to wear a mask until you get served, then shut up and do what you're told, basically, because it's for the health of everyone around you. And smash that like and share the stream. Let's put Brian over 500 real quick. I'd love that. Thank you, Pops Van Zandt. And please subscribe to Comics Talk and Comic Madness with Pops Van Zandt on YouTube. Let's share the love while we are working on me. So anyway, and I appreciate that, Pops. Thank you so much. Sorry, I was in the little hail room and was watching on my phone, so I probably was messing up the like stats. No, that's okay. If you hit the like, Carl, you've done your role, and I appreciate you, brother. I really do. And I'm looking forward to the green room tonight. I'm going to try my best to be there. And we just had a comment dump. And happy Friday. How all y'all? I am good because I am looking at this wonderful project called Animal Eye #1, All Ages Game Lit, where players become animals. And I see there's 31 days to go, but it's off to a rockin' start with 24 backers, $310, and we need to get Cindy up to 1,000 before the end of the weekend. So please share her Animal Eye thing, her link here. I'm going to put it in again. Please share that on Facebook and on YouTube, and please subscribe. I would love it. And oh man, boot to the snoot. I'm going to have commentary say that whenever I get hit with a super kick in the ring. Definitely, Skunk. It's yours, brother. You may have it. And I wish somebody would bring me a sub, Joe Dog, an Italian one with lettuce and tomato and mayo. Ooh. You're not helping, Grant. And Cindy Cap said, if you missed the Animal Eye issue 1 release party last night, you can still catch the rerun. Thanks for the launch event, Pops Van Sant. Yes, seriously. And Pops is my newest Patreon subscriber. Pops, we love you, brother. We hope to deliver some good stuff to you on Patreon. And great summer reading right there. Definitely good all year long, I'd say, on Smashwords there. Hey, it's me. And also Nerd Culture from Ryan Permison on YouTube there. You will want that. That is good stuff. And Bill Sarton says, join the Far Out and Groovy Kids by clicking on Sarnart76 on Facebook for Better Days from Yesteryear next Thursday, May 13th at 5 p.m. Central Time. He will be on Teresa Dunn's talk show where the 7th caller will win a brand new 1978 Chrysler Cordoba. Disclaimer, Teresa does not allow callers on the show. So tune into her show and check out the artwork of Bill Sarton wherever they go this viewing can. Definitely. You get a Chrysler Cordoba. You get a Chrysler Cordoba. Nobody gets one. Anyway, and another source of great reads is right there on Amazon. Oh, it's me. Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. Please check out what we've got on Amazon. We're going to be listing our anthologies on there soon. So make it easy on y'all. And we'd love to have Cindy as a host on the back of the Cereal Box Network, or at least a recurring co-host. Hey, and Cindy, if you missed it earlier, I put out the invitation. If you ever start your own show, I'd love to have you too. And the Historical Fencing Guild, Cindy Kemp and Dan Hallfield need their own program. Seriously, they do. Dan is awesome. Dan is very laid back, but he is crazy talented. I saw he has a new book out and everything. That is so cool. And I'll take chicken teriyaki with sweet onion sauce and melted Kojak cheese. I will too. And now that enough time has elapsed, I'm regretfully announcing the most painful passing in my life, but never more have I been so thankful that kidney stone is out of me. Oh, Joe Dog. Oh, please say you're joking. I hope you don't have... You've got enough problems without kidney stones, dude. And tonight, the Historical Fencing Guild, 8 p.m. on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Please check them out on Facebook, and please like, subscribe, and share. You'll dig that show. I love checking it. It's great. And here we go. And wolf reading. Don't cry wolf. Cry coy wolf. And check out Amanda Tockert's great work there. She is amazing. And speaking of which, we are now accepting pitches for original content, both live and pre-recorded, both videos and audio. So if you've ever wanted to do a show, get in touch with Back of the Cereal Box, John B. Pica. He is expanding his network. We're glad to see that. And need some poetry? Then you need some Teresa Dunn in your life. Check out Poetry Expressions on 1 and 2 on Amazon. And Porn Sack Hawkins says, we are still at 116 backers. Dropped to 115, but then we got another one back up to 116, and they selected a more expensive reward. Well, good for them. And it's not more expensive. It is worth every penny. Seriously, Eric puts out a great book. That was for you, Christian. And anyway, no, he does great work. And Zombie Full World of Oz is one of the best books to come out in years. Seriously, it is not a pastiche per se. It is not like a lot of the imitators of Eric Hawkins that we're seeing a lot of. It is original work. It is a sequel to the L. Frank Baum books, but with a steampunk twist to it. And it makes sense. It's beautiful artwork, beautiful story. He does a great job on it. He really does. Bill Sarton says, I'm not much on the Funko Pop toys, but I'd buy a box of their sugar-coated cereal, though. Yeah, I am definitely resisting the urge to do that. Seriously. And big stumpy robots, axes and swords. You want that? You got it from Nicholas Anthony Tockert. Check him out on Amazon. Really great work from him. And thank you, Cindy Cap, for also a new book out, Michaela Jade. Check out Michaela's newest work out now, and she's going to have another one out in a few more months. She is a machine. And Roel Cruz is the artist for Animal Eye. Find more of his art at that link there at artstation.com. He is the artist on Animal Eye #1. You'll see it when you go to Cindy's Kickstarter campaign page. And ooh la la, it is perfect. you picked the right artist for that, Cindy. That was great. And I think I may finish Beowulf 2 by the end of this episode. Well, good. We hope we can inspire you, Grant. Keep working. And also out with a new book is Amy Hale, Neuroses. Please check that out. And the Cedar Rapids Comic Book and Toy Convention is May 16th, 2021. And Cindy Kemp will be there with books, dragons, Martians, and other cool stuff. So check out Quad City Con for a list of their shows. I try to get in touch with the promoter again. He never did answer me, and I sent it through the website, but maybe I just need to send it to him directly. But anyway, you could go direct to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS every Tuesday at 6 p.m. on the Hanging with Web Show Network. Great show. And I want to see the rude comments. You ain't gonna, John. You ain't gonna. No, it's some guy that likes to come on here and insult me, and it might be the guy the person, we've discussed it, John. In fact, we're not going to mention them. That's how we deal with them. They want their 15 minutes, and all I can say is you. And so I hope you heard that. Anyway, to the person who does it, we regularly have a person who gives us a thumbs down. You see, here's the secret, though. Here's the fun part, and some of us have discussed it this week. Some people are annoyed that I get a thumbs down on my YouTube videos. I don't care. Because here's the thing, algorithms, every time they do, YouTube doesn't care that it is a thumbs down. I get no penalty from it. In fact, I get a perk from it because they see that as engagement, that even if I'm pissing people off, I'm still engaged with my audience. So they're helping me. They're actually helping me. But they make it harder for them to find me. They have to actually search for me because a lot of times, you don't have to subscribe to a channel to have it wind up in your YouTube recommendations. They just see you've been there and say, hey, well, here, try it again. Maybe you'll want to subscribe. So what he does is they have to actually search for me now. They have to go to the effort to find me. And so they're working harder, and I'm still getting the benefits, and it's costing, and it's making life rougher on them. So that's what I love. So it's all good. And that is the last we're ever going to mention that person ever again. Okay. And by the way, we do know who it is. So anyway, Cindy Captain says you need some dastardly dingoes in your life. And I agree completely. So check out that great podcast. It is awesome. And happy Friday to you, Facebook user. Glad you're here. Please check in with the Facebook page. We have a link above the video here where sometimes you have to renew it. So this way we can see you and see your avatar, okay? And you had a rude viewer who could not like Brian. Well, apparently I've got about 3 people that don't like me. And that's fine because I don't like them right back. So anyway, so yeah, let them. And 496 to go. Thank you, Joe Dog McKeown. Thank you to my new subscriber, whoever that might be. Appreciate that so much. And Nazi Vampire, says Cindy Kemp, as she screams for her life. Eek. And you can get that book on Amazon. Please check it out from 7 Star Press. Nightreich is a recent release, and it ties into the League of Impossibles family of comics. Please check that book out. It is good stuff. And Grant Lankard, mind-boggling. I know, right? Who couldn't like me other than everybody? And good morning, Nevermorians. Rick Bradley. Good to see you, superstar. Hope your morning's turning out well. And let's see. Here we go. And you're off to talk to some high schoolers about writing mysteries. Should be fun. That should be. I did a talk for a friend of mine a couple of years ago at Danville High School, talking to them about writing, and it's kind of fun to watch people come alive. In fact, Eric Hawkins and I had a moment at Big River Comic Con. I told him it was great. I was talking to this young lady who, Ashley, I think it was her name, and she loved to write. And she was impressed with the fact that, I was doing stuff like I was doing and Eric was too. And she asked how I got it, how I realized, I wanted to be a writer. And I told her, and this is the truth, when I realized that somebody got paid to write the words inside the word balloons of comics, and you could see her eyes just like, mind-blowing fact. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's wonderful. And she and her mother were delightful, wonderful ladies. And I hope I see her next year. I really do. I want a progress report from her. But she also went over to Eric too and got our autographs and everything. It was fun. Watch some minds get blown in the right way. So please give us a report. I'd love to hear how it came out. And see the characters. Witness Luke Stone's beautiful layout and art. Definitely check out Hybrid Sons of Gods #7, available right now on Indiegogo. I have pledged you should too. And Joe Dog McKeel, so happy. My hubby was in pain for a week until his finally escaped. Ooh, my uncle had it too. And he said, he felt a lot more sympathy for women because that's probably as close as a man can get to feeling like giving birth. I've been very, very fortunate. I've never had kidney stones. And getting my second round of Moderna vaccine today, took the day off from work just in case any side effects creep up on me. Good for you, Rick Bradley. Rick, please, before you go in, make sure you're properly hydrated and have a little snack before you go in. That will help you out. All right. But anyway, good for you, man. And Team Moderna. And Dang says, this Skunk Walker, I just saw a really cool muscle car, but I couldn't freaking get up to it to get a better look because nobody would get the F out of my way. I know. How selfish of those people. And Flash Gordon, I just nagged the NECA Flash Gordon. I just snagged the NECA Flash Gordon figure from the Defenders of the Earth series, the Phantom 2. Ooh, very cool. I love that series. And I have the comic book too. And Molly, it was a month or so back. Okay, and Bobby Nash, good morning to you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, my friend. And that's a good place to remind y'all, please check out a brand new book published by Bobby Nash. We want to see some support for this one too. And it's like, my God, Brian, get your hand out of my wallet. But anyway, that's not what I'm going for. Anyway, Snow Shorts, brand new book, Snow Ambition, Abraham Snow Adventure by a very familiar author there. But please get that book so Bobby will be encouraged to allow me to write more stuff for him. Anyway, it's part of the Snow Shorts series. This is the fourth book in the series. And this is a fun tale. I had a lot of fun writing it, a lot of twists and turns. If you like my work, you will love Snow Ambition. It's a thing where Abraham Snow is a former undercover operative, and he's going through the airport, and he's recognized as his fake alter ego and made part of a plan to get a kind of a schlub back in good with the man who tried to kill Abraham Snow. If Abraham refuses to go along with it, his family could die. If he does go along with it, he could die for real this time. Ambition is a killer. Check out Snow Ambition from Ben Books, available now on Amazon. Go to bobbynash.com, also benbooks.com, also just scrolling here, and also abrahamsnow.com, because hashtag this is the summer of snow, even though it's about 50 degrees outside. Anyway, glad you're here, Bobby. Good to see you, brother. And we are going to have Bobby Nash on next week, by the way, this coming Wednesday on a special edition of Clever Title Penning. We're going to have fun. Bobby's always great to have on the show. And we're just going to talk, and y'all can join in. And I'm out of break too soon. I'll catch up with y'all later, says Cindy Kep. In the meantime, go support Grim 101, Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, Zombieful World of Oz, and Animal Life for great reading. Hashtag bring cookie home, and sign up for Rising Tide's newsletter. Thank you very much. And after you go to risingtide.pub and sign up for my free monthly newsletter, go to ckoepp.com and sign up for Cindy. You deserve her, because she is wonderful. And Joe Dog McKill says, I like nagging things myself. Sounds painful. And Cindy Kep says 310 and 24 backers. Woot! Yes, that's right. We want to hit at least 25 backers or $325 before the end of this program. Please check out Cindy Kep's Animal Eye. She's got the link there for Facebook people. So please, 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 let's help one of our own, please. And need a good book to read outside of the porch swing in this lovely weather, so asks Rick Bradley. Then go check out his Amazon author page, R. Bradley. And there you can find the books he's a part of: The Nightmare Collective, Marvin's Night Out, Tales of the Weird and Strange, and the award-winning Pulp Reality #1. There we go. Hey, and Bobby Nash, we got to nominate some of these snow shorts for next year's Imagine Awards for Imaginaria. We got to get you back in there too. And Scott Crocker says, I wrote a spec script for a pilot. It was a sitcom set in a post-apocalyptic Mad Max style world, and it was essentially in concept that 70s show meets Fallout. Oh my gosh, I would so watch that. I've got a post-apocalyptic book in my head that I've been trying to get out, and I had a publisher that's tentatively interested in if I ever get around to it. But it's like it's based on what if a certain historical event went tragically wrong. Anyway, yes, Pops was first, but Brian was second. That's the way it should be, Cindy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad to be I'm glad that somebody pulled the trigger before I did. I did it the minute you announced it, but Pops was on top of it, and Pops, way to go, brother. And thanks, and we got her going. I'm proud of both of us. So make me proud of you and support Cindy Kep's Animal Eye comic. You will love it, seriously. And to answer back in the cereal box's question, says Brian Rodman, I'd survive the apocalypse by getting a nebulizer suit. How would that play out, do you ask? Well, check out the nebulizer #1 about a chronic asthmatic and his feisty AI-controlled nebulizer suit as they fight through a post-apocalyptic world filled with allergen mutants. It ain't easy being wheezy. Coming to Kickstarter May 28th, 1920, or 1821. Yeah, we did in 1921, but the campaign failed because of the Spanish flu. Anyway, Molly Daniels, I wanted to record it, but was trying to get a hold of a manager to help defuse the situation. Then said manager escorted the guy right past me. Oh, boy. Some support. Anyway, Scott Crocker said, hopefully outside, Molly. I ought to dredge that script back up and work on it someday because I still think the idea could work. Scott, I do too. You know, you could always do it as a short film on YouTube. You know, look at Moonlight Films. They're fully funded. As far as Kickstarter, or not Kickstarter, but YouTube goes, and it's helping give them a budget for their films, and they're just putting them straight on there. It's really cool. And the Historical Fencing Guild, Carl Wisman, yes, I want Chinese delivery / takeout. I don't want to be taken out by Chinese delivery. You can enjoy all the fine Asian cuisine of Earl Park, right? Anyway, let's get back. We had another dump here. We're getting good dubs. Thank you for all your comments, folks. This means the show's working. It really does. And Legend Traveling TARDIS says, how long would you last? 5 minutes? Are you still talking about the apocalypse? Yeah, I don't know what I do with the other 4 minutes and 30 seconds, though. And Molly Dale says, not to get political, but the guy was wearing a certain hat, and my comment was, he voted for this miss. What's he bitching about? Just my off-the-cuff comment, not trying to start problems. It's a good observation. And the Chinese rocket wants a shot at your ceiling fan, too, says Carl Witzman. That's right. Nick couldn't finish that machine off, so we got to rely on foreign help for it. Anyway, the Rising Tide Broadcast Network implores you to go to Animal Eye #1, and please check out that book. Please pledge to it, and if nothing else, please share the links to your friends because somebody's going to enjoy it. And remember, it's an all-ages comic book, so let's get Cindy at least one more pledge before the end of the show. I think that would be awesome, which means we got to get cranking here. We got to get talking. And let's see here. Skunk Rocker says, man, he's got enough problems with his backdrop. Yeah. Maybe. I wonder if the backdrop was made in China. Just saying, folks. Anyway, just found out that it's official No Pants Day. Go to the artwork of Bill Sarton and see what sketch I'll be showcasing to celebrate this event. Oh, dear God. And every day is No Pants Day for me. And Grant Lankard, I'm thinking Jimmy John's Italian Night Club Non-Witch. That's a thought. And Joe Dog McKeel, I have learned that if you don't want someone recording, you pull out your phone and boot up your favorite music player and hit play. The bots will block their audio and just ban them from posting. Yes, a number of police have started doing that because a lot of these guys, honestly, what they're doing when they tape themselves, auditing our First Amendment rights, or making sure we don't have to, succumb to the plot of putting nanites in all of us, or sovereign citizen BS, things like that. What a lot of police have started doing is playing. What they do is they record themselves and put it on YouTube, where their other idiot friends go, "Yep, you're right. You said so. It's on the internet. Must be true. Yep." And so what they do is they're profiting off the stupidity of their followers, whereas I have the elite here, and I am grateful for my people because I do have the creme de la creme of followers, of customers, of whatever you wish to call yourselves, of Nevermorians. That is a cut above. But anyway, they get a lot of these like-minded room temperature idiots, IQ idiots to follow them. And all they're doing is just trying to foster views. And they're profiting off of it. And what they're doing is also harassing innocent people at their jobs, like Molly, I'm surprised that guy didn't have his phone out, was, showing off how awesome he was. But anyway, probably about that time, Joe Dogger Skunk. Yeah, it's about 10 minutes ago. We've got some great comments. So thank you for all you do, Brian. Ted, thank you, brother, and good luck on tonight's show. And furthermore, and thank you, Nevermorians. Have a great weekend. I'm going to rest up for drinking with the Davies. See you at 6. Brother, I hope you get feeling better and feeling better fast. I know you got to feel better inside, knowing that the process has started. Anyway, much love to you and Chrissy tonight. I'll be watching you both on Drinking with the Davies at 6 p.m. on YouTube and on I don't know if do you broadcast on Facebook? I don't remember, but anyway, part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. We love you. And no, don't use your favorite song. Use something that will for sure get them blocked and have the video taken down. I recommend Eminem. That's good. I'm also thinking Too Drunk to from the Dead Kennedys would do the trick. And hashtag bring Cookie home. Thank you, Carl. And don't die feed Cookie. We're working out. We're only about 16 minutes behind. And okay, Carl Wisman, don't die feed Cookie. Yes, but I'm not done making comments yet, Carl. And I need the Funko cereals, but they are no longer available at retail. I see them occasionally at Walmart, but I haven't seen one in a few months. But anyway, I am obsessed with Funko soda figs. A fan sent me a Harley Quinn soda, and John now dresses up as Harley Quinn. Actually, John has been dressing as Harley Quinn for years, I suspect, but he's just now allowing the pictures to go out. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but we're not here to judge. Yes, we are, you freak. Anyway, Circle Fencing, I love you, John. I can't wait to be fully immunized so I can see you guys at shows. Brother, we are waiting for that day too. And we're on the way. Like I said, we're about halfway through the incubation period for the second shot. And by then we will be going to the Peoria Civic Center on May 29th, I believe it is. I don't have my schedule in front of me, but it's the last Saturday in May. And that's going to be an extravaganza. If you want some Nevermorians and Broadcast Network people, we've got Carl and Donna Carleen will be attending. The Indie Author Book Expo, Jen Thompson, who we love, she is putting it on. Also, Amy Hale, Michaela Jade, myself, just a whole bunch of people. Please check out the new trailer that dropped. I put it on my profile page recently. You'll love it. Carleen says, and you'll have to check the adult content to find Woodstock Dreams. What can I say? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and don't forget the gangsters. Check it out, brand new from Lulu.com. And speaking of which, check out Johnny Quinn Cosplay. Definitely check that out. John Pike has got a lot of good stuff. And good morning, Pauper Knight. Good to see you. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. Hope you're having a great Friday so far. And from this, a Small Press Publisher. Sorry for being quiet. It's 30 minutes until time to feed Cookie. Thank you, Joe D. McPhee. Please check out that great show from back of the cereal box. Please tell everybody who your guest is going to be tomorrow night at 10 p.m. on your YouTube channel. And Philip Thompson, any Comic-Cons you've been to and how were they? Yes, we did one in Hannibal, Missouri it'll be about 2 weeks ago. And it was fantastic. Attendance was high. The people who showing up were fantastic. And we love Debs Logue for having us in Hannibal, Missouri. We will be back next year, I promise you. And speaking of someone else we love, it's Willow Scott. Mwah, thank you for your ongoing support. Thank you for your ongoing support of the show. You help us so much, Willow. I love you. And warning everyone, and check out Willow's Pillow Talk on the weekends. Her own show. She's awesome. And by the way, Brian, did you watch the History Happened yesterday? Yes, I did. That was amazing. I love that stuff. That was so cool. And Anna Maria Salvaggio Remelian, who was on a Clever Title Pending a week ago Tuesday. Please check out that show. Hello, Nevermorians and the ever fabulous Brian. How is everyone? Love you, darling. Hope you're doing well. How are you feeling? Anna Maria and her family just got the shots too. Hope you guys are feeling okay. Grant Langer says, I still have a few little things to do on Beowulf #2, but I'm going to call this a win. I'm going to take a break and get some sushi for lunch. Dude, take your victory lap, man. You have done, in all seriousness, taking a moment here to tell you, you've done what a lot of people don't do in the creative field, and that's finish that project. A lot of, so few people even start. I mean, Grant, just by starting, do you know what a champion that makes you? And I'm not just trying to get on your good side. I'm serious. All of you here, when you hit the broadcast button, when you hit start broadcast, when you start typing, when you put that stylus to the computer screen or the pencil to the paper, you're already doing something that a lot of wannabes wish they had the stones to do. And you're making it happen. You're starting it. And when you finish it, even if it's just the first draft, even if you know you're going to have to go back and erase those pencils later, even though you know you're going to have to edit the hell out of that manuscript, even if you know that your broadcast isn't perfect, but you do it anyway, you're a champion. You're a freaking champion. I can't tell you that enough. And I'm proud of you every time you all make that happen. So, Grant, enjoy your sushi lunch, brother. You've earned it. And Pauper Knight says, I have a book coming today entitled Medieval Underworld. I can't wait to dig into it. It talks about the legal structure of the period and the punishment for various things. Oh, dude. That Medieval Underworld. I'm writing that down because that sounds so cool. Thank you, Pauper. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you being here. I really do. And Grant Lankard, have a wonderful day, Brian. Grant, I will if you and Angie do first. Thank you, brother, for being here. Proud of you. Historical Fencing Guild says we are nearing the end of the show. See all of you at 8 p.m. Central, 7 Central for the Historical Fencing Guild live stream. Big news coming. Can't wait to see it, brother. And so many of my students, says Pauper Knight, take my class because of the D&D worlds, but having a better grasp of medieval structure in that way would be insightful. Yeah, it's one thing to get the weaponry right. Like I'm a big, I do a lot of writing that takes place in World War II, but most of my research these days is not like looking up gun types, which I don't know that much about guns, so I have to research it, or knowing the songs of the day give a lot of flavor to the work. Looking at what it was like to have the rationing limitations of World War II. That's where I think the real story is. That's why, when I read things about comics, I'm not so keen anymore on the comic book itself as I am the lives of the creators or the business that went into publishing it. That's the stuff that gets me going now, because that's stuff I don't know enough about. But anyway, that sounds cool, and I wrote that down. Thank you for the recommendation, Pauper, and I appreciate it. And fixing up a couple of peanut butter jelly sandwiches and drinking a bottle of water, I'll be ready for this shot. Good man. That should help you. But keep us posted, Rick, man, because we love you, man. And hi, Willow. Bye, Willow, says Carl Witzman. Hey, Carl, hope you're having a good day. And everyone's saying hi. And Skunk, we need to produce that script. I'm hearing you. I hear you, man. I could see, paying my way, crowdfunding, Skunk. We got to talk crowdfunding. And there we go. And Pop's saying, yes, glad. Dude, thank you for being the first. Seriously. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for hosting Cindy last night. You totally rock the world. You do, man. You're doing the Lord's work. You do a lot for all of us. And Grant Lankard says, you should turn your post-apocalyptic sitcom into a comic book, Skunk. Yeah, seriously, a comic book tie-in would be wonderful. Have a wonderful day, guys. Grant, thanks for being here, brother. Check out Beowulf #1 and upcoming #2. We'll keep you posted on that. And Brian, send me deets on Nebulizer. Yeah, seriously, send it to John. Because I'm excited by Nebulizer. That sounds like so much fun. And he's Brian on his Patreon page has started showing us some of the artwork he's doing for it. It is ooh la la. And woo, Brian was a solid #2. Wait, that didn't come out right. Yes, it came out perfectly. Never mind. I mean, it was a good movement. Well, I'll just shut up now. I will too. It's starting to get me into that frame of mind. Anyway, Brian Robbins says, don't know what to do with your day after this wonder program? Save yourself from wandering through the internet and head on over to the Dastardly Dingoes podcast and check out our latest episode with the amazing John Celestri. He is a man. We had a 90-minute show with him on Clever Title Penning, and man, I could have gone all night talking to him. He's brilliant, he's fun, and crazy talented. So go to Indiegogo and get his new book, Bloodwing Angel Chronicles. I'm waiting for mine, that's for sure. And Carl Wisman says, going to be great. Will slept late so we can have a great green room tonight. Excellent. And woot woot, Anna Maria, always glad to see you, sweetheart. And I'm closing tonight, so I won't be part of the green room. Well, you never know how long that green room's going to last. So it could be, you could be straggling in. There'll probably be people there. And Brian Robin says, well, it's about that time, folks. Don't die. Feed Cookie. Yes, sir. And thank you for yet another great show, Brian. Thank you, brother, for helping make it a part of that. And thank you for being on Comic Book Spectrum last night. As always, what a great morning it has been. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks. Go be creative and make this world a better place. Hashtag bring Cookie home. Hashtag feed Cookie and hashtag laugh like porn sack. Okay. Anyway, because you don't want to be heard while you're doing stuff. And Bill Sartin, if you are drawing no pants, I humbly request a Betty and Veronica. John, you're a man after my own heart. And Anna Maria Salvaggio. Brian Rodman, have a fabulous day, hun. Drop me a note sometime. Let's chat. Yeah, seriously. You two should get together and talk. And I hope you guys have fun today. Don't cause too much trouble. Will Skylar, you're already too late with that announcement. Drink lots of water with your alcohol. Less chance of feeding that hangover tomorrow. That's a good point. And that's news you can use, folks. And no, we will think about you, Will. I think about Will frequently. Anyway, the Skunk Rocker says, I'll think about that, Grant. That's not a bad idea. Seriously, it's not, Skunk. I'd love to brainstorm that with you. And great show as always. Thank you, Bill Sartin. Thank you for helping make it that way. I'll see everyone in the green room tonight after Laura and I get back from emptying our bank accounts at the auction. Everyone have a great weekend. Vaya con Dios, amigos. Hey, thank you for being here on Facebook, and we will see you later tonight, hopefully. Everyone take care and stay creative, says Rick Bradley. Feed Cookie and also give her a hug from us. I can do even better than that. This is from Rick. Anyway, Scott Crocker says, yeah, I guess I will too. Go ahead and say it. Don't die. Feed Cookie and Vaya con Dios, Diablos. Hey. Happy trails till we meet again. Anna Maria Salvaggio says, Million will be at the virtual site of the Imaginarium in July, so go to www.entertheimaginarium.com. I will be there too, but I will be there physically, along with Brian Rodman and a certain person I got to feed real fast. And Webb Bland will be on this week. Excellent. Thank you, John, for sharing that with us. And have fun at the auction. I miss going to those. I do too. And feeling awesome, tired, but awesome. Hey, it beats being hooked up to a ventilator, darling. I'm glad you're coming through that. I'm really glad to hear that. Hope the rest of the family came through the shots well too. And getting sushi and gelato for Mother's Day. So excited. Oh my gosh. I need a Happy Fez Day or something so I can devote that kind of menu to myself. And I'm so dedicated to doing Harley Quinn. I've been thinking about doing Harley Quinn for months, but Harley's been putting up a fight. Anyway, I am starting LT360 in a Pilates class tomorrow morning. Going to show up at the next con 50 pounds smaller. Well, good for you, John. You're already a macho man of a guy. So, good for you, and it's good for your health. So seriously, I support that. And I've got a book. I'll send you the link to that. Would be of interest to you too. Oh, beautiful. And I've not performed live magic since October 2019. Tonight I'm going to House of Cards Nashville to hang out. Very anxious about it. Wish me luck. Oh, John, have fun, man. Have fun. Sincerely. Let us know how it goes. Last comment, we need love for Patreon. Hashtag Back in the Cereal Box podcast. Definitely check that out. And heading out. John B. Pike, I have a great weekend. Good to talk to you, brother. Have a fantastic one. And Carlene later, all mwah, darling. See you tonight, hopefully. And okay, happy making Happy Fez Day stickers. Glad we can inspire you. And never give me ideas my brain can illustrate. Oh, I'd never do that. Thank God you weren't around for a Comic Book Spectrum last night, or you'd be trying to draw a porn sack, which was the name of one of the good Asian comic book. He's a novelist who's turned comic book writer, and doesn't sound like he. It sounds like he needed me to teach him. So, but anyway, if you want to see somebody who did get me to teach them, I claim humbly. Cindy did the heavy lifting. But anyway, it started last night around 6 p.m. Animal Eye, an all ages game lit story by the one, the only Cindy Cap. And we're going to put this on the screen here. And right now she's at $310. She's looking for $3,400. And she's got 24 backers so far, of which I am one. I subscribe to this. I am the second person to sign up, but we want you to be number 25. Please just send her $1. That helps so much. And if nothing else, please send her, send out this link that I'm about to put on the screen right now. Because you've got friends who appreciate comic books, and there aren't enough comic books for younger readers. So please, please, please share this link. We've got it so you can copy and paste it on our Facebook, and also for my friends on YouTube, please check this out. It's a great story. If you were one of her Patreon subscribers at ckoepp.com, or through there, you would have seen the first issue and you'd know why it deserves backing. So please give it some love. All right. And Anna Maria Salvaggio says, thank you for the stream. Big love. Hashtag Feed Cookie. Thank you, darling. Love you. Love the family. Hope you guys are doing well. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a good day, all. Carl, hope to see you tonight in the green room through Uncle Carl's Secret Humor page. Check it out. And also, again, please check out all the Kickstarter campaigns. There's a bunch of really great campaigns, which I have pledged to. So I'm not just telling you guys go wander into the minefield. You'll just follow my footsteps. I'm already there. So anyway, we're going to close this out. And wait, what we got here? Back. Thank you, Anna Maria. Thank you so much. And on behalf of Cindy Kip, thank you so much. You're number 25, I think. And let's see, did that refresh? Yes, it did. $325, 25 backers. And please share Cindy's link to that. Let's get her to her goal. And also keep an eye on some of our other Nevermorians, such as Luke Stone on Indiegogo is doing issue 7. Issue 7, isn't that fantastic? Of Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, a fantastic book that you can also get the back issues for. Eric Hawkins, or Pornsack as he likes to be called now, has issue 3 of the Zombieful World of Oz on Kickstarter. And it is fantastic. I'm just the art I'm seeing so far. He's been showing me pieces, and OMG, he just gets better with every issue. He is so good. And Luke Stone, thank you, Luke. And definitely check out on Indiegogo, Luke Stone, Hybrids, the Sons of Gods. I have pledged to that, 1, so I can keep getting that amazing comic of his, and 2, so I can get that amazing player's handbook of the Hybrid Sons of God's role-playing game. It is great. Thank you so much, Luke. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. And show Cindy the love from the desk of a small press publisher. Definitely. And Joe, you got to talk to Cindy if you haven't already about being on your show. I think you two would get along great. But anyway, thank you to everyone who is pledging to Cindy's campaign. It means a lot. And please pledge to Luke's. Also pledge to Eric Hawkins and to Ted Davies. And there's so many. You guys are doing so many great projects. I'm so proud of you. You're driving me to the poorhouse, but it's worth it. All right. Anyway, you guys are doing so many great things, and I'm so very proud of you. I cannot tell you often enough or strongly enough how proud I am of you, whether you're broadcasting, you're cosplaying, you're crowdfunding, you're writing, you're drawing, whatever it is. Keep doing it. You're improving the world, and you don't know how you inspire me. You really don't. I mean, I see the stuff you're doing, and I'm like, I got to keep up. So I'm going to be working on a story to pitch this afternoon to a publisher, and know that you guys are responsible. So anyway, thank you all for being here. Let's get the thank yous out of the way. But we mean that each and every one. First of all, we want to thank the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, who powers this broadcast and many others 7 days a week. We've got your entertainment and information lined up for you in neat video-sized chunks. Anyway, please check it out tonight at 6 p.m. We'll be, all times are Eastern. At 6 p.m. tonight, we'll be drinking with the Davies, and they're going to be doing Sangria Lisa, showing you how to make that drink. My mouth is watering just thinking of that. Anyway, please check it out. Also, after that, at 7 p.m. is author Michaela Jade with Michaela Jade's Tidbits and Scribbles, and she's going to be reading a naughty passage from her latest book. And then following that at 8 p.m. is the always incredible, always energetic Nicholas Anthony Tockard on the Historical Fencing Guild. Please check out that channel. It is so informative and so much fun to listen to. Then tomorrow night at 10 p.m., check out, 11 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Central, Stupid O'Clock with Joe Dog McKeel and Skunk Rocker and Dan, John, Louie, Heather, and probably Nick, and whoever else may wander into the studio. Also, before that, please check out From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central for his incredible interview show, always interesting. I always try to catch that. And also at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning is John B. Pikus from the back of the cereal box with a special guest. And please approach John if you have ideas for your own podcast and you want to be part of his network. Then Sunday night, we've got Comics, Chaos, and Sass from the one, the only Heather Ellen. It's a half hour to an hour of you promoting yourself and just talking to this charming lady. She is wonderful. She really puts your Sunday nights into perspective and is always a delight to watch and talk to. Anyway, please check it out. Also, please check out, available now on Amazon, Snow Shorts, number 4 in the series, Snow Ambition by me, Brian K. Morris, published by Bobby Nash, BobbyNash.com, AbrahamSnow.com, and don't forget, this is hashtag the summer of snow, and I did my part. Anyway, please check it out. I'm really proud of this book, and I'm really proud of also my Patreon people. We just got a brand new one this week. Thank you, Pops Van Zandt. We love you, brother. And check out Pops Van Zandt's The Madness and the Comics Talk with Pops Van Zandt on YouTube and on Facebook. Anyway, these folks are now getting mentioned on everything we do, including our broadcasts and our Rising Tide publications. And also they get, but in exchange for their modest financial contribution, they get looks at my weekly blog, sometimes more than weekly. They some of them get to see works in progress. Some of them even got to read a copy of my Abraham Snow book, just saying. Anyway, we make it worth your while to be a direct patron of me and the Rising Tide mission. Anyway, check us out on what we can offer you at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And thank you all for being here. And thank you to Plasma Fire Graphics. And just went through number 26. Thank you, Anna Maria. Thank you for pledging to Animal Eye. Mwah! You are a darling. I love you. And Cindy will be on next weekend from Decimal Small Press Publisher. Excellent. I will definitely be tuning in. And yes, we show Cindy the love. We take care of our own here in Nevermoria. Well, that's what we do. And I'm so proud of her. And she's up to 26 backers, $340. Thank you to everyone who has pledged for her campaign and all of the other campaigns going on. We support each other. That's how we rise together. And I appreciate you all so very much. We hope you have a great rest of your Friday and a great weekend. Also, a special thank you to Plasma Fire Graphics for sponsoring our shows on an ongoing basis. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you because it matters to your readers. Check out what Jeffrey Hayes can do for you. And he's got something coming up that I know about. I'm really excited about for him. It's going to be great stuff. So anyway, folks, please have a great Friday. I hope you can make it a great Friday for someone else. Please support your fellow Nevermorians and all their ventures, because it comes back to you in the Rising Tide. And as always, folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for your ongoing support. And I guess that's all I've got to say until I vamp long enough to get to where I need to be on the videos. So thank you very much for watching Nevermind the Furthermore for May 7th, 2021. We will see you again Monday morning at 10 a.m. with another shot of the morning madness, and hope that you all have a great weekend. We will have one if you have one first. So as always, folks, thank you. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. Stay creative, as Rick Bradley would say, but I say stay smart, stay safe, wash your damn hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Stormgate Press presents Pulp Reality 2. 10 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Packed with pirates, private eyes, aliens, automatons, villains, and vigilantes. High adventure, wondrous fantasy, mysterious horror, and startling science fiction await. Pick up a copy and be transported to astonishing places and travel to amazing times in the golden age pulp style. This is Pulp Reality 2. Available now on Amazon.com.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, IndieVolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
Reels and Heels is a podcast that discusses movies, television, wrestling, and more. With a rotating guest list of friends and filmmakers alike, Reels and Heels salutes the creative arts of all kinds. Join Brian Winzeloff and Nicole Jobin live every Saturday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Reels and Heels.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore.